When was the last time you woke up and your back felt completely fine? No stiffness, no aching, no that familiar grinding sensation when you try to sit up, no wincing when you bend to pick something up from the floor. If you're struggling to remember, I need you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you, because back pain after 60 is not inevitable. It is not simply what aging feels like, and the solution, the thing that can genuinely reverse the damage happening in your spine right now, is not a stronger painkiller, not a cortisone injection, and not surgery. It is a drink, a specific drink made from 3 ingredients. That costs less than $2 a day, and that begins lubricating and rebuilding your spinal discs within the first 7 days of daily use. Thomas is 69 years old. 14 months ago, he could not tie his own shoes without stopping halfway through to grip the bed and breathe through the pain. His spine was, as his orthopedic surgeon described it, significantly degenerated at 3 levels. He had been scheduled for a series of epidural steroid injections. He canceled them because he found this drink. And 30 days after starting it, his surgeon looked at his follow-up imaging and said 4 words that Thomas will never forget. He said, "I don't understand this. Today I am going to explain exactly what Thomas did and why it worked." Thomas came to see me 8 months ago, after his back had already begun improving. He wanted to understand why. He brought his before and after MRI images and his pain diary with him. He had been dealing with lower back pain for 9 years. It started as morning stiffness, that first painful 30 minutes after getting out of bed when the spine slowly loosened up. Then it became constant. Then it became severe. By the time he was 68, Thomas was taking ibuprofen every single morning. His lower back had 3 compressed discs, L3, L4, L4, L5, and L5, S1. His orthopedic surgeon had told him the discs were significantly desiccated, dried out, that the cushioning between his vertebrae had lost most of its water content and was no longer absorbing shock effectively. Bone was grinding on bone in the morning. The inflammation from that grinding was creating the constant pain. The surgeon's recommendation, epidural steroid injections every 3 months to manage inflammation. Possibly spinal fusion surgery within 2 years. Thomas refused the injections. He had read about the long-term effects of repeated steroid injections on disc tissue, that they can actually accelerate disc degeneration over time. He wanted a different path. A friend told him about this drink. He started it the next morning. Within 7 days, the morning stiffness had reduced from 90 minutes to 20. Within 30 days, he had stopped taking ibuprofen completely. His follow-up MRI showed something his surgeon had never seen before in a 69-year-old patient with this level of degeneration. The discs had rehydrated, measurably, visibly, on the scan. Let me explain why. Your spinal discs are not bone. They are not cartilage in the traditional sense. They are hydraulic cushions, sophisticated biological shock absorbers made primarily of water and collagen. The outer layer of each disc, the annulus fibrosus, is a tough, fibrous ring of collagen that holds everything together. Inside that ring is the nucleus pulposus, a gel-like core that is approximately 80% water when you are young and healthy. This water content is what makes your discs work. When you walk, run, or carry weight, the disc compresses, and that water absorbs the shock, distributing force evenly across the vertebrae. When the compression releases, the disc expands and draws water back in, just like a sponge. But here is what happens after 60, and this is critical to understand. The blood vessels that supply nutrients and hydration to spinal discs begin to shrink and close. By your mid-40s, human spinal discs have essentially no direct blood supply. They become entirely dependent on a process called imbibition, the same compression and release pumping mechanism we discussed with knee cartilage. Movement pumps water and nutrients into discs. Immobility starves them. Most people over 60 sit for 8 to 12 hours per day. The discs compress under the weight of the upper body, but without sufficient movement, the decompression phase doesn't happen fully. The discs don't re-expand completely. They gradually lose water content. Over years, this chronic mild dehydration of the disc causes the nucleus pulposus to shrink. The disc height decreases. The vertebrae move closer together. The annulus fibrosus cracks and tears. Nerves get compressed. Pain becomes constant. But here is what most doctors don't tell you, and what Thomas's case proves. Disc rehydration is possible if you give the disc the right conditions, the right hydration, the right building materials, the right movement stimulus. This drink provides all 3. The drink has 3 ingredients. Each one targets a different aspect of spinal disc degeneration. Ingredient 1, collagen peptides. Specifically, hydrolyzed collagen peptides from bovine or marine sources. 1 scoop, approximately 10 grams, dissolved in warm water. Your spinal discs are approximately 60% collagen by dry weight. Type 1 and type 2 collagen form the structural scaffold of both the annulus fibrosus and the nucleus pulposus. When disc collagen degrades, the disc loses its structural integrity. It can no longer hold water effectively. It compresses permanently rather than rebounding. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides are broken down into small fragments, dipeptides and tripeptides, that are absorbed directly into the bloodstream and transported preferentially to collagen-rich tissues, including spinal discs. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that collagen peptide supplementation significantly increased collagen synthesis in intervertebral disc cells within 8 weeks. But here is the crucial detail. Collagen absorption requires vitamin C. Without vitamin C, the enzymes that assemble collagen peptides into functional collagen fibers cannot work. This is why most people who take collagen supplements see limited results. They take the collagen without the cofactor that allows it to work. Ingredient 2, vitamin C, 500 milligrams, dissolved in the same glass. This is the cofactor that activates collagen synthesis. It is also a powerful antioxidant that reduces the oxidative stress in disc tissue that contributes to collagen breakdown. The combination of collagen peptides plus vitamin C produces dramatically better results than either alone. Ingredient 3, magnesium, 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate powder, dissolved in the same glass. Magnesium is essential for over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body. For spinal health specifically, it performs 2 critical functions. First, it relaxes the paraspinal muscles, the muscles along your spine that go into spasm when the disc is inflamed and compressed. Magnesium deficiency, which affects over 70% of adults over 65, causes chronic low-grade muscle tension throughout the spine. This tension compresses the discs further, accelerating degeneration. Second, magnesium regulates inflammation at the cellular level. It inhibits NF-κB, the master inflammatory switch, specifically in disc cells. Less inflammation means less collagen breakdown, less pain, better disc function. The combination of these 3 ingredients, collagen peptides, vitamin C, and magnesium, addresses the 3 primary drivers of spinal disc degeneration simultaneously. Here is exactly how Thomas prepared this drink every morning, and how you should prepare it. You need a large glass, at least 12 ounces. Fill it with warm water, not boiling, not cold, warm. Warm water dissolves the powders completely and improves absorption. Add 1 scoop of hydrolyzed collagen peptides, 10 grams. Stir for 30 seconds. Collagen peptides dissolve easily in warm water and are essentially tasteless. Add 500 milligrams of vitamin C powder. You can use sodium ascorbate, the buffered form, which is gentler on the stomach than ascorbic acid. Stir again. Add 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate powder. Glycinate is the form best absorbed and least likely to cause digestive upset. Stir until fully dissolved. The result, a clear or very slightly cloudy drink with a very mild, slightly tangy taste. Most people find it completely acceptable. Some add a squeeze of lemon for flavor, which adds additional vitamin C and makes the drink more pleasant. Drink it slowly over 5 minutes, first thing in the morning, before coffee, before breakfast, before anything else. Why before breakfast? 2 reasons. First, collagen peptides compete with other proteins for absorption. On an empty stomach, absorption is maximized. Second, this drink is your morning hydration signal to your spinal discs. The first fluid your body receives after 7 to 9 hours of overnight compression goes preferentially to the tissues most in need of rehydration, including your discs. After drinking, spend 10 minutes moving, not exercising intensely, just moving. Walk around your house. Do gentle back bends. Stand and sit 5 times slowly. Cat-cow stretches on your hands and knees if you can manage them comfortably. This movement is not optional, it is essential. The compression and release of gentle movement is what pumps the collagen, vitamin C, and magnesium into your discs. Without movement, the nutrients circulate in your bloodstream but don't reach the disc tissue efficiently. Movement is the delivery mechanism. This is what Thomas did every single morning, without exception, for 30 days. The most common mistakes that prevent this drink from working. Mistake 1. Using the wrong collagen. Not all collagen supplements are equal. Many cheap collagen powders use non-hydrolyzed collagen, large molecules that your digestive system cannot absorb efficiently. You must use hydrolyzed collagen peptides, also called collagen hydrolysate. The label must say hydrolyzed. If it doesn't specify, it almost certainly isn't, and you are wasting your money. Also avoid collagen products with added sugar, artificial flavors, or fillers. These additives cause inflammation that directly counteracts the anti-inflammatory benefit of the magnesium. Pure, unflavored hydrolyzed collagen peptides only. Mistake 2. Skipping the vitamin C. I cannot emphasize this enough. Collagen without vitamin C is like building a house without cement. The structural elements are present but cannot be assembled. Every person I have seen take collagen for 3 months without results, every single one, was not taking adequate vitamin C. Add it every morning, without exception. Mistake 3. Taking magnesium oxide. Most magnesium supplements in drugstores contain magnesium oxide, the cheapest form. Magnesium oxide has approximately 4% bioavailability. Your body absorbs almost none of it. It passes through your digestive system largely unchanged, which is why it causes diarrhea in many people. Use magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate. These forms have 80% or higher bioavailability. Mistake 4. Drinking it and then sitting down. I said this already, but I want to say it again because it is critical. The drink without movement does not reach your discs efficiently. You must move for 10 minutes after drinking. Walk. Stretch gently. Move your spine through its comfortable range of motion. This is non-negotiable. Mistake 5. Expecting results in 3 days. Disc rehydration is a slow process. The first changes you will notice, in the first 7 days, will be in the muscles. Less spasm, less morning stiffness, better sleep. The disc changes. The actual structural rehydration visible on MRI takes 6 to 12 weeks of consistent daily use. Here is Thomas's exact experience, week by week. Week 1, days 1 through 3. Thomas noticed nothing dramatic. By day 4, he observed that his morning routine was different. He had always needed to sit on the edge of the bed for 20 minutes, waiting for his back to loosen enough to stand safely. On day 4, he stood up after 10 minutes. On day 6, after 5 minutes. The magnesium was already relaxing the paraspinal muscles. The morning spasm was decreasing. Week 2. Thomas bent down to pick up his newspaper from the front step without thinking about it. He realized halfway down that he had done it automatically, without the usual mental preparation, the bracing, the careful positioning he had used for years. He stood there on his front step holding his newspaper, genuinely astonished. He said, "I just bent over. I just did it." Week 3. Thomas slept through the night for the first time in 2 years. Back pain had been waking him at 3 a.m. consistently. The position he slept in would eventually compress a nerve and the pain would wake him. In week 3, he slept 7 hours uninterrupted, 3 nights in a row. Week 4, day 30. Thomas went to his follow-up appointment with his orthopedic surgeon. The surgeon examined him, reviewed his imaging, looked at Thomas, then looked at the imaging again. He said, "I don't understand this." The disc height at L4, L5, which had been severely reduced on the previous scan, had measurably increased. The nucleus pulposus signal on MRI, which reflects water content, was brighter, more hydrated. The surgeon canceled the epidural injections. He told Thomas, "Whatever you are doing, do not stop." Before I close, the single most important dietary change you can make for your spinal discs, because you can drink this every morning perfectly and undo most of the benefit with one category of food: refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Sugar, specifically the advanced glycation end products that form when sugar binds to proteins in your body, directly attacks collagen. It creates crosslinks in collagen fibers that make them stiff, brittle, and unable to maintain the elastic properties that healthy discs need. This process is called glycation, and in your spinal discs, glycated collagen cannot hold water effectively. It cannot absorb shock. It breaks down faster under compression. It is one of the primary reasons why people with elevated blood sugar, diabetics and pre-diabetics, have dramatically accelerated disc degeneration compared to people with normal blood sugar. Every time you consume refined sugar, white bread, sugary drinks, processed cereals, or anything with high fructose corn syrup, you are glycating the collagen in your spinal discs. You are undoing what this morning drink is building. You do not have to eliminate sugar entirely, but reduce it dramatically. Replace white bread with sourdough or whole grain. Replace sugary drinks with water, herbal tea, or this morning drink. Replace processed breakfast cereals with eggs or Greek yogurt. This dietary change, combined with the morning drink and 10 minutes of gentle morning movement, is the complete protocol that reversed Thomas's spinal degeneration. Thomas's surgeon said he didn't understand what he was seeing. I understand it completely, and now so do you. Spinal discs are living tissue. They respond to the right signals, adequate hydration, the right building materials, movement that pumps nutrients into them, and reduced sugar that stops glycating their collagen. This is not complicated. It is not expensive. It is not a miracle. It is biology, working exactly as it is supposed to work, when you give your body what it needs. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides, 500 milligrams of vitamin C, 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, warm water, every morning before breakfast, followed by 10 minutes of gentle movement. Try this for 30 days. Keep a pain diary. Rate your morning stiffness from 1 to 10 each day. Watch what happens to that number. And before I go, I have one request. Leave a comment below right now. Tell me your age and your #1 health challenge at the moment. Whether it's blood sugar, joint pain, leg circulation, back pain, or something else entirely, write it below. I read every single comment, every one, and your comment might be exactly what someone else needs to see to know they are not alone. Subscribe, because tomorrow I have something just as powerful waiting for you. I will see you then.